It's nice. Welcome everyone for the District 16 Leading Beyond the Club series. Today we are going to have a topic on taking action in the leadership excellence. Turn your action task to action in just a minute. Turning plans into action. I am Praveen Nagarajan, District 16 Program Quality Director. A little bit about me. I'm a Toastmaster since 2017. I'm a DTM in both traditional and pathways educational program. I've been an area director 2018, area director for my division U, and division director year for 2019, 2020 for District 16. I've been a club group director last year and currently the program quality director. This is I'm the founding member for this Leading Beyond the Club series in our district. I also started a diverse ability network in my previous company, Phillips 66. I've also become a special Olympic coach because of my son's special need. I have to take that and to support his need. I'm currently pursuing a dual postgraduate degree in data science, business analytics, and deep learning in artificial intelligence. I've also achieved the Triple Crown for last 8 years in a row. That's a little bit about me. Let's move on to our guest speaker today. Our guest speaker, Deepa Surendran, Distinguished Toastmaster. We are honored to welcome her today. She's a dynamic Toastmaster leader and accomplished professional. Deepa served as the District Director for District 127 in 2023-2024, where our visionary leadership led the district to achieve SMEDLey distinguished status and the extraordinary honor of being ranked 1 globally. Her Toastmaster journey is marked by a progression of impactful leadership roles: Program Quality Director and Club Growth Director, District 105, Public Relations Manager, Division F Director, and Area Director, where she was awarded Best Division Director of the Year. Named Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year in District 105, a dedicated member since 2013. Professionally, Deepa is a systems auditor and is currently pursuing a PhD in computer science, demonstrating her lifelong commitment to learning. Beyond her tactical and leadership accomplishment, she is also a published author in Malayalam, seamlessly blending her love for language, creativity, and community impact. Please join me in welcoming Deepa Surendran, Distinguished Toastmaster, a past district director, a powerful storyteller, and a passionate leader who continues to inspire and uplift wherever she goes.
Thank you.
Deepa, we are not. We can hear you now. Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, we were not.
All right. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for the introduction. It was overwhelming introduction. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to understand who are sitting over here to listen to me, and then I would like to learn from all of you. So please let me know how many of you think that you are a leader. Okay, we have one over here, and then yes, Beverly is there, and who else? This is Toastmaster Khalid.
I see Lisa.
Lisa, okay. Okay, now let me ask you one more question. How many of you think that you can become a better leader? Or why you are in Toastmasters? Because that is a direct connection. There is a direct connection between becoming better and then, yes. Okay, so everybody believes, most of us are believing that we can become a better leader. Then one more question. How many of you think that leaders are made and not born? Everybody? Okay, so that means like we know what is becoming a Toastmaster means. The essence of Toastmasters itself is we are here to improve our leadership and communication skills. It clearly mentions that becoming a leader is by practice, or improving our leadership qualities by practice, and we can learn, we can improve that particular skill. In my opinion, leadership is like a muscle. If we are using it, then we become better. If we are not using it, then we become weaker. We become weaker leaders, right? So that's the main reason in Toastmasters we say we encourage everybody to take leadership roles, at least in club level or in area level, or whenever we get an opportunity, we need to grab the opportunity and then practice leadership skills. And there is no harm in doing that, because there is nobody to judge. This is what every leader advises. Every year we are getting opportunities. So how many of you are taking your leadership opportunities? All of you are ready, right? We can see, I mean, we just heard how DTM Praveen has taken the leadership ladder in every year of his Toastmasters journey. And I believe all of you are doing the same. Now, one more question, but not everybody is confident or wanting to become a leader, or they don't want to take leadership position in Toastmasters as well. We need to push them, we need to encourage them. In real life also, we are reluctant in taking leadership position. Why is that? Any idea? Anybody can unmute and say to me?
Fear of failing.
Fear of failing. Okay. But in Toastmasters, there is, I mean, we don't have to be scared, right?
No, you can make mistakes and still pick up the pieces and move on.
Exactly. So that is one of the reasons. But some other people, I will say, leadership is not a easy journey, right? It has so many uh, challenges, and then it is a pain. Basically, when I see leadership position, or when I tried to become a leader, I find lot of challenges came in that journey, and then we had to face one by one. And it's not only like, we are failing, but it's actually pushing us to be out of our comfort zone. And if there is any chance, majority of us may prefer not to take that particular responsibility, because we always need to, as a leader, we always need to put others in the front, right? That's what is expected. We need to come out of our comfort zone, we need to defend others. For example, I'll tell you a story. Our uh, one missile scientist, I mean, this person later became the president of India as well, uh, Dr. Abdul Kalam. And he shared one of his experiences when he was a missile scientist. He was developing missiles for the country. The first attempt was a failure. The missile went into an ocean. It didn't reach to the destination. Okay, and it is a highly expensive research, and then when fail that actually attracts the media. And when the media came in, and then when they started asking questions, the project leader of the at that time, Mr. Sadish Dhawan, uh, he he took the responsibility. He talked to the media, he went in front, he talked to the media, he took the responsibility of that failure. But later, after 2 3 years, they the team became successful, and they launched the missile, and meeting the targets, meeting the expectations, or exceeding the expectations. At that moment, Sadish Dhawan, what he did, he put Dr. Kalam in the front. He has to face the media, take the credit. So this is one of the traits of a leader: to take the credit, to take the responsibility, but not to take the credit, to become accountable, but encourage the team leaders when it is required. As a leader, we are supposed to make more leaders as well. That's exactly what our organization, Toastmasters International, is also doing. So it's not an easy journey. It's not, see, only thing, I mean, the person is standing in the front most of the time. Leaders can be behind as well. I am not denying that. But at the same time, leaders take the pain of being a leader. The media attention will be there, everything will be there, but at the same time, it's not an easy journey, right? So There are many reasons the leaders are taking the positions as well. For some people, they don't want to hear the word impossible. How many of you think that everything is possible in the world? Anybody wants to share any story? Praveen, anything impossible you have achieved in your life?
Well, I'm being in Toastmaster as a leader of a district itself is an achievement. I used to be an introvert. I don't talk a
Uh-huh.
lot. I try to be reserved in a huge room. Even when I went to my first conference, I was a sergeant at arms, staying outside the door, very comfortable. Never even thought I could do it, but having mentors and people who inspired me in Toastmaster has taken me here. So yeah, 8 years ago, it was an impossible task to what I'm doing right now.
Great. So that is an impossible thing. You came forward. Okay. Uh, exactly similar thing. Like I don't know how many of you know the story of what is that? 4 minute a mile. So in olden days, finishing for 1 mile in 4 minutes or less than that was considered impossible. Till the time Roger Bannister ran that distance in 3 minutes, some 59 seconds. Till then, it was considered impossible. Okay, that's the main reason. He knew that impossible is not acceptable. We can do it. We can make it possible. And then once he did that, so many other runners followed him. They were stopped by that impossible word. That's what is making Roger a leader. So the reason for people coming forward and taking the leadership positions or becoming a leader or paving the path for others to improve the society's life is because because of various reasons, like not able to accept the impossible. We know it is possible. And then some others like Steve Jobs, they know there are different ways of leading the company to success. For example, what he has done was not imaginable. He didn't accept normal way of working the mobile phones work. So he wanted to invent something and he did that. So the leaders what whom we see at this moment, they are in a transformative journey, and who is not who is not ready to accept the normal. Now let me ask you, let me tell you one story over here, one more study from Harvard Business Review. Okay, we are doing as leaders, we do certain things, we take decisions in a particular way. And why is that? Any reason behind that? That reason is called action logic. So, based on that action logic, Harvard Business Review did a study and then they came up with some one chart. Let me just share that chart with you. Is this visible? Okay. Here, 7 leadership traits are there, and this is the way leaders are categorized. The first step of a leader is by becoming the opportunist. This person self-oriented and manipulative. 5% of the entire population is coming under this category, it seems. And the second and third, fourth, the diplomat, expert, achiever. These categories are ranking at the top. The majority of the populations are categorized under this. And they are kind of managerial candidates. They want to get the things done. They are individual contributors, well suited for getting the things done in a very typical manner. They follow others. They don't want to make a change. And then after that comes the individualist. They are considered as the fifth category. The, at the top, we have strategist and alchemist. But we normally hear about strategist. Both strategist and alchemist both are like in the what is that? Mm, they are change makers. They want to make a change in the society. But the difference between strategist and alchemist is the way of their operation. Strategists, they work in the existing system. They try to make different, try to bring changes, but at the same time, in a alchemist think uh, they can make changes drastically, But in my opinion, alchemist requires a lot of resources to make that, to bring that change. They look through the change to be, what is that, intergenerational. Okay, not for this years of strategic view, but for generations. That is how they work. But strategies, they work for years. They look for beyond certain age. Hope that is easy to understand, and then we'll move on. uh, 1 second, let me stop share here. When we have all these kind of different leaders, there are certain people, certain one thing I would like to focus at this moment, which is the plan versus action. As a strategist, they are planning for years, but as an alchemist, they plan for to bring the change in the, what is that, for generations, systems change. But we know, we were actually talking about before starting this particular session, that why we need to think about plans and execution, why we need to focus on execution. We see many people suggesting so many changes in their plans, but at the end of the time, end of their target time, they announce, I mean, they come up with maybe 20% of the success of their plans. Why is that? Any idea why plans fail in this era? Because we have resources, we have technological advantage, we have AI, everything is, we have uh, every possible thing to support, and we are the most modern generation people as well, but still we fail in execution. Any uh, any any thoughts?
We have a comment here, not deep. One second. No detailed planning.
Randy
Detailed
has his hand
planning.
up. Randy has his hand up.
Yes, Randy.
It could be that
Yes, Randy.
people have not bought into the goal.
Mm-hmm.
No smart goals in chat.
Then I would say that you have not taken any action on the plan.
Okay, that is yeah, correct.
Tina is
They
saying,
are
Unrealistic time plan. Unrealistic time
that's also,
plan.
that's also true. Okay.
Tina is saying lacking follow through.
Lacking follow through. Yeah. Okay. So to consolidate all the reasons for failures, let me tell you, we need to actually focus on the main thing. As the main thing, critical few we need to identify as the lead, as a leader, or as leaders. When we are trying to implement our plans, we need to make sure that we we are focusing on the right thing. Okay, as Randy mentioned, we need to understand what is our major goal. Critical uh, critical focus should be on some particular thing which we can manage in that time frame. Okay, so that is one thing, and we, to identify this particular thing, we need to go through the previous success of the organization. Too many priorities will make us fail, and then lack of clarity where to focus, that also make us fail, and then inconsistent follow through, which was suggested again. Then what we have to do next is, we need to make sure that we have the right set of resources. We need to have a proper team established, and then we need to establish the accountability. Then we need to get the feedback based on monitoring. We need to understand, are we falling through, are we uh, right on track? So all these things are very critical for the success of execution, and the Toastmasters International has given us plenty of material with the name leadership excellence. So today we will go through the that presentation. I have compiled everything. I will just share with you, and then we will go through that in a what in the allotted time. And I've shared the material with Praveen also. He will share with you later. Okay. And any point of time, if you want to discuss something, if you want to stop me, then you can please do that. Okay. So let me share the material. Is it visible now? Yes. Mm,
Yes. Yeah.
I think this, okay. Okay. So first thing is we need to have a vision where we are supposed to reach. As a leader, we need to know, and we don't have to actually break down that particular vision into small steps and share with our team, but we need to make sure that our team understands where we are supposed to reach, what our vision is. So for example, there is a saying here: if you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood, and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for endless immensity of the sea. Hope you understand that. Hope you understand the inner meaning of that. And then the second step is establish a mission. Explains how the organization will achieve the vision. It is a foundation. Okay. Since I'm going to share this material with you, I'm not going through every step. And for example, in for Toastmasters, we have a club mission. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. This is very definite. It is not detailed, but it is not narrow also. It may determine the competitive environment, how resources will be allocated. So mission statement has to have all these characteristics which is mentioned over here. And how we are going to create a mission statement, we need to write it down. We need to write down the values, beliefs and goals of the organization, and then prioritize based on the values, beliefs and goal. Then write the draft. Again read, we have to go through that iterative process till we finalize the mission statement. Communicating the mission statement is very important. The entire team should know what are the steps and how we are supposed to work, what is our guideline or the framework. Then we need to remind them repeatedly, this is our mission. As in every Toastmasters Club meeting, we repeatedly state the mission statement, right? All of you do that in your club, right? Then we need to explain the benefits for a Toastmasters district. We need to always mention this is our mission. We build new clubs, and then we help support
New
all
clubs.
clubs in achieving excellence. Okay, let me continue. And then we already talked about the values. When we are finalizing the creating the mission statement, we need to know the leadership, the direction and the values. Let me tell you, this is not in any order. All these things have to be understood or considered before we go ahead with our execution. Okay, so this is not one after other. We need to know the values before we finalize our mission. The next important thing is goals and plans. A goal is a clearly defined objective and which will take us, which will help our team to accomplish a certain things, that where we are supposed to reach the destination. And how we can prioritize this is by define it as a SMART goal. SMART is, we all know, it is specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time-bound. I know you all understand what I am trying to mention over here, what I am explaining here, but this is a repetitive explanation, which, part of re-establishing our leadership traits in ourselves. Then comes the plan. A plan serves as a comprehensive blueprint for attaining these objectives, the goals. Effective planning strengthens commitment to goals, fosters a forward-looking mindset among leaders. So, the essential steps in the planning process are develop strategies, establish a timeline, which we already mentioned, delegate responsibilities. Now, in a club, we have DCP, that is the KPIs. KPIs help us to monitor Are we on track? For a year, we have 10 goals or 10 DCPs to achieve. So every quarter, if the EXCOM meets and understand, are we on track? Or every month, for example, if we are meeting and then discuss about the DCP status, then it will for sure help us achieve the goals. Then goals for the success of the organization, we need to have goal setting plus the planning, which will of course make us a successful leader. Then the most important thing is building a team. Benefits of for the corporate for a good team to have a good team is a variety of knowledge and skills to accomplish the organization's goals and more creativity and greater productivity. And for the self as the leader, more time to devote to leadership issues and the organization. If we have support, then of course we'll have more time than we sit and do things. Then organizing the team, we need to select the team members not based on our relationship with the person, but based on their skills and talent or their alignment to what to achieve in their life. Their education matters, their experience matters, their talent matters, their attitude matters. Then sit with them, then review the goals. Establish parameters, what they are supposed to achieve, what is expected from them. This has to be communicated with each and every team member. The employees of an organization should know what they are supposed to achieve for the organization's success. If it is not communicated well enough, then it is a certain ingredient which will invite trouble at the end. That will for sure make us fail. So let the communication, that's why Toastmasters always talks about the leadership and communication, both are going hand in hand. So a good team is formed by selecting them carefully, organizing them based on their skills and talents and experience. Then training. Training is very important. Continuous training is really important. Toastmasters is again it platform which will help us train in communication. Better communication will help the employee or the team member understand their destination, their goal, which will result in new levels of growth and achievement for the organization as well as for the leader and the employees as well. Team is set, but we are not able to trust the team members. What will happen? Again, it will invite failure. We need to delegate to the team member and we need to empower them. Delegation is the process of transferring the responsibility for a specific activity or specific task from one person to another and empowering that individual to accomplish the specific goal. And barriers to delegation is lack of confidence in our team members or for the leader itself. And then, that feeling of control. Yeah, I need to control everything. I'm not able to trust whether that person will deliver or the team member will deliver the result, the expected result. And selfishness. I don't want to share my knowledge, and insecurity and reluctance. So 5 steps of delegation. One is prioritize the activity, prioritize the goals, and then match needs to availability and ability, assign responsibility, empower and or grant authority, and establish accountability. And benefits, a more involved and empowered workforce, increased productivity and quality, reduced cost, more innovation, more ideas will come from different team members and greater commitment from the team. And here comes one saying from General George Smith pattern. He mentioned, never tell people how to do things, but tell them what to do and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. Then comes the feedback. We need to be very truthful and mindful when we are giving the feedback. And in every Toastmasters meeting, we learn to give positive feedback by doing evaluation, and which is very important for the growth of the person, growth of the team member, and uh, for the organization or for the club as well. 4 steps of giving feedback are set clear and concise objectives based on what, like, Toastmasters speech objectives. It's very clear and it is defined. So we need to know on what we are giving the feedback when for an employee, giving feedback on based on their job description, based on the description only, not based on what they are doing outside the organization. That is not important when we are looking at the when we are giving feedback. Then observe team members' performance in the organization, provide immediate feedback. We don't have to delay and then terrify the employees. Recognize positive performance. We need to always uh, appreciate when our team members are performing. We need to celebrate. And the feedback should be always constructive, not to kill the person. Be specific, speak for yourself, be sincere, emphasize how actions affect the team, use the I technique. Always I felt. We don't have to reflect on what others are thinking about our team members. We need to mention I felt in this particular manner. If you work in this particular manner, you can always improve. All right, and then end with a positive note. This is what we do in our evaluations. We summarize by saying the positive. We conclude by saying, summarizing the positives with the opportunity for improvement as well. Then recognize the improvement, express your appreciation, which is very important, encourage more of the same. Meaningful feedback reinforces outstanding performances and encourages others to improve. This is leadership as a coach, which we already discussed in the previous points. We need to always have a clear direction, foster collaboration, motivate the achievement. Coach's responsibility, we need to coach by example, sets high and achievable expectations. And the 5 steps of effective coaching is compare performance with expectations. That is very important. If the team member lacks in some certain areas, we need to comment on that. This is what is expected from you, and then meet with the team member, ask for acknowledgement, work towards a solution, follow up. These are very important. Main objective of a leader is to motivate people in accomplishing their goals. Same thing is applicable for our club members, any member in the district. If we are at the district, we need to understand others. We need to create and maintaining their motivation as well. Provide opportunities. If your actions inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. We all know that. It is stated by John Quincy Adams. And in Toastmasters, service and leadership is always important. And in organizations outside Toastmasters as well, this is very important. That's what we are practicing in Toastmasters. Effective leaders always provide a clear direction where to go, and then foster collaboration. Team building is very important for them, and motivate achievements, and they celebrate achievements of the team members. Team leaders encourage participation, facilitate communication, facilitate problem solving, tolerate mistakes. When mistakes are done, we take the ownership as a leader, but help other person not to repeat that particular mistake as well. Help team members grow, help them become leaders. Persuade. A person who is worthy of being a leader wants power not for yourself, not for himself, but in order to be of service. This is very important. When conflict happens, we all try to run away. But actually, conflict is a positive thing. Getting a different opinion from a team member is a positive thing if it is not evil, if it is not from an evil-minded person. So when there is a conflict, when there is a difference of opinion, try to listen. Yes, Jeff.
Yeah, tell all this to Donnie.
So conflict is what you get when 2 or more people have differences. That is absolutely fine, but we need to focus on the conflict, and then we cannot leave it unresolved. Conflict resolution is what we do to identify and address conflict in a mature and respectful way. We need both of them continue in their journey with the organization. So listen to them and try to come up with a way in consensual manner. Conflict is what you get when two or more people have differences. They might have seen it, like, we know the story of 6 and 9. If the other person is looking at, then it might look as 9 as well. It is as simple as that. Then types of conflict, contentious personalities, misunderstanding issues. But as a leader, we must resolve conflict. Methods of resolving conflict: if it is unimportant, just accept, acknowledge, and then ignore. Smooth it over, force, compromise, collaboration, and facilitate collaboration by finding the root cause, allow all parties to speak, do not allow emotion to come in between, keep a respectful, empathetic manner, stay away from blame and accusations, don't blame anybody personally, encourage all parties to listen, identify areas of disagreement, identify areas of agreement as well, then search for solutions, reach to a consensus. Here comes the part of questions. So Praveen, do you have any questions, or are we allowing the attendees to ask directly?
Yeah, they can unmute themselves, ask, or they can put it in the chat. I can read the questions. I have some questions as well. So
maybe we can start with the questions you have, and then
sure.
by the time others are asking.
Yep. Share a plan you have made this year for your club, area, division, or district.
Okay, share a plan. I think any other person would like to share any of the plans. Can we share the last slide? Of course, you want to discuss on that? Okay, one
Yes,
second.
yes. Yeah, before click this.
This one?
Just
No, this one. Yeah, about the method here. So how do we measure which method that we should use? About the difficulty of the matters to resolve the conflict.
Difficulty of the method. Can you please repeat the question?
So basically there is like 5 methods that you suggest us to resolve the conflict. So how do you like make the level of it based on the difficulty? Like if it is easy, ignore it, and then if it is hard, you can do like forcing or something like that.
Okay. See, you as the team leader or as the leader, you understand what is important. Here comes the focus. What we in the beginning we mentioned, we need to always maintain that focus. The key factors were key factors of the business or to achieve success. So, sir, some cases the conflicts are just because of their personal reasons. Okay, they just want to be heard. Whoever is bringing or fighting amongst themselves, they just want to be heard. They just want some kind of attention. That's the reason I mentioned acknowledge and then listen to them, and then I mean they are not giving any positive suggestion for the growth or the success of the organization. We can ignore them. So based on the situation, that is where our experience comes. So based on the situation, based on the issue in hand, or based on the if it is a positive suggestion which will help the success, help to achieve success of the organization, we of course we need to understand it and then include it in our plan. Okay, but if it is not adding any value, then ignore it and smoothen the situation and then continue or move forward. Did they answer your question?
Yeah, I understand. Thank you.
Okay, so this is basically how we read. I mean, that's why we mention it as a leader. It's our responsibility to resolve the conflict based on the value it is going to add into our organization. Okay.
Heather has a question.
Okay,
Yes.
then Praveen, we
Hello.
have another. Yes, Heather.
Oh, thank you so much. I was wondering if you could talk about how you manage time, your strategy in managing time to reach your Toastmasters goals.
Okay. We all know time is like very limited, and Toastmasters goals. I mean, for me, it is family first, and then my career, and then comes the Toastmasters. Because Toastmasters is like helping us to learn and grow, but we have certain kind of a certain experience in our life. So based on that, maybe we can continue as well. But as a person, I want to improve. So the priorities, setting the priorities, very important. Okay, and then the timing. If we keep ourselves I mean, our plan in a meticulous manner, I will do this thing in this particular way with this within this time frame. Then it is very easy for me to complete that particular task in hand. For example, when I was a member in my initially in my Toastmasters, in my Toastmasters club, that time my only objective was to get the help of my mentor to achieve the objective and write my speech and deliver the speech. I had a goal, like, finish at least complete 12 speeches in my first year. So in 24 meetings, 12 speeches. That was my aim. So I get at least 1 month to prepare for the speech based on the objective, get it reviewed by my mentor, and then practice and deliver in front of the audience. That was a task given to me or in front of me. And then in between, we are supposed to help the club, by taking other leadership roles as evaluation, timing roles, and other roles, which will also help us grow as a leader. But initially I didn't realize the value of that, but then later I understood, yeah, these values reporting is very important in my to achieve my career objectives. So I had certain time allocated for this particular goal, which is actually helping me as a person and personal level as well as in my professional level. So defining or knowing the task in hand and the time allotted, I think we can uh, achieve any goal without within the 24 hours time given to us. But when we come to senior leadership levels, as like what Praveen or distinguished Toastmaster Khalid is, I don't know how many of others are in district roles here. If it is if you are taking district roles, then for sure it's not as easy as I just explained. But Toastmasters actually helped me, especially when I went from the club level leadership to area level, and then to division level, and then to district. uh, it actually given me the platform to grow, or push my boundaries apart. So this 24 in this particular 24 hours, what I was doing some 13, 14 years before joining Toastmasters, now I am doing at least 100% more than that. My productivity has been increased. So when I mention about club leadership and the task in hand, I think I kind of learned to manage the tasks at hand when I was a district leader as well. It was not that difficult. It was difficult, but still I was gaining experience for my career or in my life. So it was okay. I accepted that trouble. And we already mentioned being a leader is not an easy thing. It's not an enjoyable thing. Other than the limelight, it is a pain. It requires, growth always requires, commitment and difficult tasks, managing difficult tasks in hand. Heather, is that okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that
Thank
answer.
you. Thank you.
Randy has a couple of questions. When you were creating the mission or vision for your club or district, did you create it with your team, or did you create the mission and vision and then pick your team?
Uh, Toastmasters, I'll explain you the way we managed at the district level last year. When I was a district director, we have a vision and mission from Toastmasters International for sure, and we need to work around that when we are working for our mission. Okay, and then in Toastmasters we get the team, like, in our district we have elections, and then we get the program quality director elected, club growth director elected, and the main participants, they are actually all, they uh, they face elections, and then we become a team. And then team interactions, when we are preparing the district success plan, we interact a lot. And then in that meantime, we try to, in the month of June, basically, end of May and June, we interact a lot, and then we finalize the main objective of our district at that point of time. And we know our mission was, as a district, our mission was to help uh, to start new clubs and then help the existing clubs attain excellence. And when we think that, we need to achieve smedley, because our district 127 was a newly formed district, and at that point of time, previous 5 years, the parent district, we didn't achieve distinguished status because of COVID and so many other issues. um, so we didn't have a plan, definite positive thing, like whether we'll achieve this medley or even distinguished status. So at that moment, the most feasible thing, most clear thing in front of us was to help all our clubs to achieve excellence. And to monitor what we are doing correctly, whether it is correct or not, or are we achieving something as a district. What we thought, like, we follow up with the clubs with the help of area directors, how many clubs are achieving excellence. The KPA, of course, for the excellence is, of course, the DCP, the Distinguished Club Program. So it was a combined effect from the team. We discussed, and what is feasible at that moment was decided as the mission, which is to help all the clubs achieve excellence. And believe me, we achieved more than 100 percentage. More than 100 percentage means basically the set goal was based on the number of base clubs. 130, we had 136 clubs when we started the district, but 142, more than 100%, 102 percentage of our clubs achieved excellence. That means some of the new clubs also achieved a distinguished status. So that was a brilliant achieve. That is the main thing, helped us become the world number one in 23-24. To answer the question, yes, of course, it was a team decision.
Yeah, we have a few more comments, but I'll go to District 20 Toastmaster Dinesh.
Okay.
Thank you very much, PQD, Praveen, Nagaraj, and thank you to distinguished Toastmasters Deepa, Surendran for your wonderful
Hello,
presentation.
Dinesh.
Hi. I have a question that DTM Khalid shared. You're the flyer on our District 20. In that mention, you lead the district as a district director during 23 and 24. I would love here to a single one question, or we can say my query, I cannot make a question. What one thing you would like to suggest to incoming district director, which you could not do and your leadership during you were the district director?
As
If
a
you
district
feel
director,
anything that you could not do and suggest to others.
Thank you for making me think. Actually, as a district director, I am really content. And uh, if somebody asks, I didn't leave. Whatever I wanted to achieve, I think I've achieved. But one challenge I would like to give it to Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid, uh, as the incoming district director of District 20, is now I mentioned we achieved 102 percentage of the clubs becoming or achieving excellence. Okay, but now there is a world record, 117 percentage of the clubs becoming achieved from India. Will you be able to achieve, or all the help all the new clubs also achieve excellence? Maybe that is a challenge. Dinesh, please pass it to the Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid. All the clubs,
Sure.
including
Thank you very
existing
much.
clubs
Sure.
plus the new clubs, achieve excellence.
Khalid
It's
said
not
Thank
easy, believe me.
he accepted that.
He accepted. It's
Yes,
more
yeah,
than he delegated as well.
yeah. Our
PQD and CGT, brilliant leader you are.
incoming district program quality director Lisa Despine for District 16 has asked, as a leader, I tend to make decision for team members. instead of encouraging them to make the decision for themselves? How do I know when it's a good time to empower my team member versus trying to be the decision maker by myself?
As a good leader, it is always um good, or the better thing, better practice is letting your team members decide what they are supposed to do. Okay, what the individual steps, but how to do, why to do, the final destination for the team or the final objective of the team, that you are deciding. And you will have a timeline to achieve the steps to reach to that final goal. And if there is a delay or there is a problem, if you have identified there is a delay in achieving the steps, then you have to intervene. It's not like, you are taking the decision. Even at that point of time, you are empowering your team member to take that decision. You are sitting with that team, you are discussing what are the expectations from the individual team members, and helping the team member or that particular team member uh, who is not able to satisfy you or meet the expectation, not satisfying you as a person but as a team lead. That is the time you have to intervene. Still, I will not advise you to take the decision, but encourage the person or the team member to take the decision. That's what we are learning from Toastmasters, basically.
Beverly has a question.
Yes, Beverly.
I have, for me, I know you said you got the help of all the area directors to get the clubs to excellence. When you were doing that, did you have something? Because this is just my thinking right now for my team this year. By the end of December, I'm thinking that we need to have our education goals completed. And then the rest of the year, we work on membership and anything else that we need to work on. One of the things for me as a leader, I like when my clubs are distinguished by the end of March, so that when the April renewal comes along, we know that for definite that we are distinguished, and then they can be recognized at the district conference. So that's been my thinking all along. So I don't know if that's how you did it, where you set a goal for the clubs to accomplish something by a certain time during the year.
Of course, yeah, we need to have a timeline, ambitious timeline. Actually, as a district, we achieved a Smedley status by April. Okay, that time. And then the second district who achieved Smedley was after a month. And this year also, when I was going through the dashboard for all the districts, it was by May end only the districts achieved the Smedley status. So you know how I work. Okay, I'm really ambitious, and I don't know whether it is ambitious or anything, but my philosophy is what my mentor's philosophy. He says, like, if you can do it tomorrow, why not do it now and sleep well tomorrow? Anyway, procrastination is something which is stopping your plan, right? I mean, you want all the clubs to achieve excellence or the DCP points. I mean, it's not like, I will not split education points or membership goals, because we have the Smedley campaign, adding 5 members in the month of August, September. Of course, we have to achieve that. That will give 1 point for the club. And then again, if you are going for February March campaign, which is the Talk Up Toastmasters award, then another 5 members are added to the club. Okay. That will give you 2 points in the DCP, right? Okay. And then now this year onwards, we have the Smedley club status, which is for the clubs to achieve, who are achieving 10 points, perfect 10. So encourage your clubs to clock or record the new members, new EXCO members, which will give them half a point before they start the term itself, right? So that is one thing which we have to complete before June 30th. So half a point is achieved well before we start the term, and then the first renewal in October. So we don't have to distinguish between achieving education awards or membership or the administrative points, but let everything go hand in hand. And then not only this, but these particular DCP, I mean 10 DCP points, but let them conduct MOT in the very beginning. Understand, I mean, conducting MOT is like, we are standing in front of the mirror as a club, and then what we are lacking, and understanding the flows, where we can improve. So if the clubs are ready to conduct the MOT sessions, and then the survey, and then if they are encouraged to take actions to fill the gaps, then for sure by December, by the district or the PQD conducts the COT, they would have achieved 9 points, and then the final point they will achieve with the renewal as well.
Thank
I
you.
hope you are getting a very ambitious plan over there by December, everything, and then accept that renewal point. How is that?
Thanks. Okay.
You can do it. I mean, you can do it if you are empowering your team members. I mean, if I'm just assuming you are an area director. If you have
No,
3
no, I'm coming in as the district director. So
Oh my God! Sorry. Sorry. Okay, then yeah, please empower your
yeah,
area directors. Your area directors to. I'm really sorry for that. Oh
no,
my
no, that's
God.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, you empower your area directors to empower their assistants. I mean, assistant area director, program quality, assistant area director, club growth, and the secretary. 3 positions. So all these 4 people, the core area team, if they are ready to visit the clubs and help the clubs monitor themselves or conduct MOT uh, very early in the month of July itself, then for sure all your areas will become distinguished by early April. All the very
Okay.
best.
Thank
Praveen,
you.
you are there with her, no?
Yes.
All the very best.
Thank you.
And then for sure, I will share one checklist with Praveen. Please, Praveen, please pass it to her, your DD.
Sure.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
We have a question from Randy. How did you hold people accountable when working in Toastmaster with a volunteer board? And what did you do if the individual did not perform what they promised?
This happens, yeah. So that's what I mean. We always okay. Now let me quote one of the stories by my past international president, distinguished Toastmaster Murad, well before I started my term as district director. He very confidently told me, if one of the team members are not performing, you can change. Okay, but this is not the first step. As a leader, it is a challenge for you to convince the person to work or understand why the leadership position has been given to you or taken by you is for yourself, to improve you as a leader, to improve yourself as a better individual. Okay, so we explained, I mean, leadership is a painful journey, everything, but we are here to become or transform and become a better leader. So if this opportunity has been used in an effective manner, the person that particular team member will evolve as a better leader, providing results as expected by the owner of the entire thing, as Randy is expecting what his team member is expected to do. And at one point of time, after so much of negotiation, so much of consultation, so much of coaching, so much of mentoring, if the team member is again failed to provide you the result, of course, uh, PIP has replaced the district PRM after 3 months. This was the advice given by past international president. So, you understood, right?
Deepa, we are approaching 10. Do we want to continue with some more questions, or we stop here? And
You can decide. You are the decision maker here. I'm fine. I can take 2
what
more
I will
questions
do is
or
formally I will close the meeting. I
all
think
right.
this recording for your benefit if you're applying for in next level position. So if it's 60 minutes, we call it good right now. So I will give a thank you note right now, and then we'll continue.
Sure, please. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And actually, this was an opportunity for me to learn from leaders And I'm really sorry that I didn't recognize you as the incoming leader. So please, that was one thing I missed, initial introductions. That I will do it during my next presentation for sure. So it
No,
was an opportunity
that's
to do
okay.
that.
Can Praveen, can you send me her contact information, please? Maybe I might have her to come in and talk to my team.
Sure,
Sure,
I
of
can.
course.
I'll do a closing comment right now, and then we'll continue as long as she is here. We can ask the questions, and if there is no time, we can continue. Probably you can send the questions, and I'll send it to her. So thank you for all for being part of today's powerful session on leadership excellence, turning plans to action. A heartfelt thank you to Deepa Surendran, Distinguished Toastmaster, for inspiring us with her journey, her wisdom, and her unwavering dedication to excellence. Your stories and strategies have reminded us that leadership is not just about making plans, it is about turning those plans into powerful action. As we wrap up, let's take what we have learned and move from intention to implementation, from ideas to impact. Because leadership isn't a destination, it is a commitment to grow, to serve, and to take the next bold step. Let's lead with clarity, act with courage, and inspire through service. Thank you. See you in the next event. Whoever wants to drop off
Thank
can drop
you.
off. We will continue some of the conversation as long as Deepa is here.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a question from Khalid. What did your district and clubs do to ensure low attendance is transformed to full house meetings?
Okay. So this is one thing I already mentioned with as in response to Beverly, that all the area team, if the area team is ready, at least one person from the 4 team members are ready to attend the meetings, that will give an empowerment to the club that yeah, somebody important is attending our meeting. And then even we encouraged our district leaders also to attend club meetings randomly, because see what our clubs faced during the pandemic uh, was a big blow. Okay, and the clubs which were very independent, very promising clubs, who had 30, 40, 50 members, they all collapsed because of the pandemic period. So we have to, as a district, this is a time to help them come back to their original, thriving. I mean, original thriving quality to conduct thriving quality meetings. That was the responsibility from the district to help them. So this is one thing we did, and then we encouraged them, encouraged all the clubs to conduct uh, open houses in every quarter. And there was an incentive from the district that I mean, it is still going on. If the club adds 5 new members after following the within 1 month of the open house, then they get an incentive. An award was announced. So these were the methods we used. But more than anything, a representative from the district team attending a club meeting gave us very good result. They felt, yeah, club is not alone, to help the members achieve their goals. So it was a combined effect. Everybody helped, and we actually pulled back we brought back so many senior leaders. They were, slightly away from Toastmasters because of the Zoom meetings. It was technology, and our senior leaders, I mean, senior veteran leaders, they didn't want to come back and attend the meetings. But and they took a sabbatical. And in the beginning of the term itself, we had a big event, and we acknowledged senior leaders based on their service to our district. We acknowledged members with 25 years of membership, 20 plus years of membership in the district, and till 5 years of membership. So that was a appreciation or invitation towards all the senior leaders to come back and help. They were the mentors of these our brilliant clubs. So when we brought them back, actually that worked. And we all know magic happens at the club level, right? So we had to help the clubs to bring back that magic, what was happening at that club level. And we did that.
One more question I see from Khalid is usually PQD and CGD are occupied with their routine roles and responsibilities. What suggestion do you want to give your district to do more without overloading the PQD and CGD?
So if they are doing their role, or if they are achieving what is expected from them, then what else you want to, what load you have to put on them? What is the other thing you want to achieve? I mean, see, if the PQD and CGD, if they are working together to have more members and to have the education goals achieved, I mean, that is basically the VPs are empowered to uh, let all the members speak and achieve their goals as a member, then of course the DCP will be achieved, clubs are achieving excellence, members are achieving excellence, and you don't have to actually overload the PQD and CGD intentionally. VTM Khalid. Make it an enjoyable journey, right?
Khalid has a question.
Again, yeah.
Not a question. I just want to explain the question. What I meant is usually what happens is every year we have a new lot of leaders who are the area directors. Right? So since they're new to the role, they need some time to learn to basically perform. So by the time they learn, the almost the term is over. So by the time they start performing, the contest period and the end of the term. So what I meant here is what have you done to take care of such situation, and what is a good practice to do? So train the area directors to be ready from the beginning, so in a practical way, so that they can perform their job in a way expected, and they perform and deliver results as well.
Okay, understood. Okay, I think immediately after the area directors got elected, we had actually started sessions, one-on-one sessions or team sessions. Our division directors were empowered to have regular sessions with the area directors. And as area directors, what are the benefits? We were actually focusing more on the benefits what they are going to get. This is an opportunity as an area director. This 1 year they are getting an opportunity to become an entrepreneur by starting a new club. So this was actually repeatedly communicated with them. Please do not miss that particular opportunity. Okay. In any other time, I mean, after becoming the area director, if they are starting a new club, the support will be given. I mean, basically the district supports the area director, not any other person starting a new club. So that is a big opportunity which they should not miss. So this reminder was repeatedly given to them. That is one thing. And then, I mean, basically their roles were projected in a positive manner, which will help them grow as a leader. So normally we don't get an opportunity to perform or start something new before actually investing some money. But in Toastmasters we are getting that, and then attending 4 different clubs every week. Okay, that was that was projected as an opportunity. Okay, and I mean, these are extra works. I mean, if you look at from a different perspective, these are extra works. As you mentioned, these are loads. But communicating that those things as a positive thing was actually helping us achieve our objective. And then we never communicated the district goals with the clubs or with the area directors. We were actually focusing on what they are going to get. Okay, we always mentioned that we want we want to see the area directors as successful area directors. What is success for them? It is becoming president distinguished area, right? So at the end of the year, let me tell you, we had all 8 divisions became president distinguished divisions in district 127, and out of 32 areas, 31 areas became distinguished as well. One area had one club to be renewed, to become distinguished. So always focus on their benefits. As a leader, it's not for us. We are not here to become, that is the main reason I mentioned becoming a leader is not easy. We have to be selfless. We need to be to become fearless as well. When we are selfless, when we are looking at the benefits what area directors are getting, when we are focusing on their benefits, and when we are ready to communicate their benefits repeatedly, pushing them to come out of their comfort zone, for sure they will achieve their goals. Their dreams are their dreams should be our goals. So we have to shift our mindset. We are not working for district to achieve the goals. That is not our intention. We are here to help others become better leaders. We are here to help others achieve their goals, especially the members' goals. When they are reminded of the reason for joining Toastmasters, they will continue their what is that? They will continue delivering their speeches. They will continue delivering continue participating in the contest. Then one more thing, let me tell you, I had an idea like the 1 year I had split into four quarters. The first quarter was actually gold. It was promoted as golden quarters. And then we had an incentive award announced. Whoever start a new club in the first 3 months, then we were giving them some kind of award. But only 5 idea directors managed to start clubs in the first quarter, which is known as golden quarter, but they managed to start new clubs in the next 3 months. Okay, in the first 6 months itself, actually, kind of, we had enough new clubs, if I remember correctly. So golden quarter, then learning quarter, and then the contest quarter, and then the celebration quarter. This was the idea in my mind. So I promoted, but I will not say that I was successful in, achieving that, because, it is not very easy. As you correctly mentioned, it's not very easy to align the new set of people to your goals or your plans. That's not very easy, but one thing will work. That one thing is, if you have the personal goals as your first priority, then for sure they will give wonders. They will make wonders for the district.
So, Deepa, I have a question. There's in fact 2 questions. So actually every trio who comes as a district trio have almost similar goal to get the maximum impact and get the result. But traditionally it's not happening, especially in the US. You have seen like only 1 or 2 district achieves when we have the leaders who can do it. So what is that one thing that you brought into the table? Of course, everybody has the high aspiration, but transforming that to the ADs and division directors, what is that one thing you did to make it happen? The second question follow-up is, sometimes I also coach a club and make them successful, but the next year they fall apart. So the succession planning, so next year after you left your district and they still achieve that goal, right? So what did you do that for that succession planning?
That is one thing I am also experimenting, succession plan, because, 1 year, because we are getting 1 year for us to become better leaders, to learn, to become a better individual. That is 1 year. But one of my previous district directors from district 94, Patrick, he is actually, he always talks about, we should not be planning for just a year. Think about legacy. Think about members. They are not restricting their growth their growth cannot be limited to 1 year. So think beyond 1 year, which is not very easy, as you correctly mentioned. It's not easy, especially when new people are coming together, taking positions, and getting their goals, aspirations aligned to one thing is not very easy. But Toastmasters International has done it brilliantly by giving us the vision in advance. What is a mission statement? Our focus should be starting new clubs. We need to bring or help maximum number of individuals to understand or experience the Toastmasters journey or the benefits of Toastmasters journey by starting new clubs in areas where no clubs are existing. And then at the same time, we are, we have been given the challenge of helping clubs to achieve excellence as well. So if we are able to, if the trio or the district officers are able to, understand this and then work towards that, then for sure success is achievable. And then main thing, I think we are getting disturbed or disturbed by having, lack of focus. That is the main thing, my focus may not be the same as PQD's focus, and it may be different than the division director's focus. If we are able to make everybody think about the people in the team, that, helping them achieve their goals, remind members why you have joined Toastmasters, then for sure they will, at least 4 members. How we got new clubs achieve the required DCP or achieve excellence was like, we uh, we help the clubs to understand when they are making CSP, club success plan, they have to identify the uh, speakers who are going to go in higher speed, right, to deliver speeches in alternate meetings at least. So this was one thing, if the clubs were able to identify 4 members delivering speeches for next 6 months, when we are helping them learning planning, okay, for 6 months or at least 3 months, if they are able to plan for their 6 speeches, alternate meetings. We in our district we have meetings in 2 meetings in a month. So if 4 members are ready to deliver 6 speeches in 3 months, then for sure the club can achieve the required DCP. And if they have membership DCPs too, then if they have administrative DCPs and training DCPs, then they have already achieved 4 goals. Then they just need one more goal. If 4 members are regularly giving speeches, completing level 1 is not a difficult task. So, if we are able to, what is that, divide the main goal into small achievable steps, then it's easy. I think trio can do it. Any trio can do it. If we are able to, a new district like District 127 manage to reach there, then it is possible. But we need to think selflessly, which is not easy.
Yes. There are a lot of good feedback in the chat, and some of them asked your contact information. Do you want to drop it in the
Please share.
chat? I can share it with them. And if you
Of
want
course,
the
I
presentation,
enjoy learning from, interacting with people. So please, you are free to share the contact. WhatsApp is my main mode of communication. So please share the WhatsApp. The way we are communicating as well.
sure. You can put your contact information if you want this presentation, and then I can send her WhatsApp number information through that email as well.
I shared of my WhatsApp.
Okay.
Easy. And Praveen, you can, you already have the presentation, right? And then I will share that HBR, Harvard Business Review, that one slide. It's not a slide, it's an image. We need to understand the internal logic, why we are doing certain things in a certain manner. And if leaders are understanding that internal logic or action logic, and then if you are able to, if you are interested, or we can edit, we can amend our action logic and climb up to the different levels of leadership. If everybody is ready to do that, from normal person, we become a managerial kind of person, and then from there we become strategist, and from there we go to the ulterior or the most higher level of, we achieve most higher level of leadership, that is the alchemist, which is very rare. So many leaders are like, initially I didn't understand the difference between a strategist and an alchemist. Then I realized making a change, like, if we need to improve the flight journey, then a strategist will make different kinds of planes, like, from normal plane to be Boeing, or, better facilities, etc. But Alchemist will think about converting rockets as, normal mode of communication. I mean, what is it? Commutation, yes. So that way of, different thinking is, maybe we can dream to become an alchemist.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, I would like to take a picture of all of you. If you can turn on the cameras, and
Oh yeah, we missed that. Yeah.
should have done it at the beginning. But we had more than
Mm.
30 people in most of the time, at least the first hour. So please turn on the camera. I'll take. You can continue to ask your question in chat or unmute yourself and ask your question. I think Kumar is trying to ask.
No.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sick. I've been in bed for the last 1.5 years.
Well, thank you for joining with being in such challenging state. Yeah.
What club is this? What club?
What club?
Toastmaster. What's the name of the club? Your club?
My club is Phillips 66 Club. I'm a member of multiple clubs. Deepa,
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking of the club, the meeting.
Me. I'm from
Yes.
Discovery Gardens Toastmasters Club.
No. What meeting is this?
This is it's district event. District 16 is leading beyond the club series. I've invited Deepa's distinguished Toastmaster. She has achieved #1 in the world in taking our district to the top of the world.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, bring that.
I'm from District 102.
Oh, okay. Where it is located?
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Okay. Nice meeting you. Thank you for joining.
I think I have taken few snaps with people who turned on the cameras, and I think I took during the meetings as well. So I will send that to you, Deepa. I don't.
Okay, thank you.
That's mostly a lot of good.
Praveen, how you have taken the picture without telling us? You're about to say tummy.
Oh, you reached somewhere.
Okay, I'm going to take it now. Please smile.
Yes.
When we put our tummy in, then you have to take the picture.
That's right. I will probably edit all that.
Thank you so much, Praveen, for organizing this, and thank you so much, DTM Deepa, for the
thank you for
very
joining.
informative session.
You made us think, actually. Thank you for that.
Thank you. And let me especially thank District 20 participants in this meeting as well. We have some of them still. Some of them still here. DTM Ratindranath, DTM Muhammad Shiraz, Toastmaster Kai, PV Pitambran Nair, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar, KM Thomas.
For you, and he got a challenge as well. So hope you heard.
Yeah, I'm calling their names so they know the challenge is coming for them.
So this time we have a very good message we are taking back.
Yes.
As you said, the most important message what I got from your presentation today is make the others' goals as dreams as your goals. That was the most important is this thing, I think. And I think that goes very far in our thinking. And since Khalid is going to be our DD, now we will have something to do, because I come from one of the oldest Toastmasters club in Bahrain, Manama Toastmasters. And we have a challenge, which is all the questions Khalid asked today was mostly pertaining to us, I would think, of membership and attendance and all that. But thank you, DTM Deepa. It was really worth listening to all the questions and the answers. That message was something
we
which
are
we
from
are
the
going to keep it
same
very
district, no? Ratinder, I mean, we are from the same district, actually. I mean, not now, but yeah. We are from the same district, no? District 79.
I didn't
District
get you.
20. In
Yes.
District 1 to 7, we were a part of the same district. District
In the
20 and
past,
District
yes.
past.
District
Oh, I see.
79 was same district. We all part of District 79 at
You
the
were in
time.
District 79?
Initially, and then we
Initially.
became District 20 with you, and then from 20 we split into District 20 and 105, and then from 105 we
You
split
have got that.
to
Now,
1 to 7.
where are you,
Near
this thing,
Dubai.
which is now District 1,
1 to
D166?
7 is Dubai.
It's Dubai. Oh my God. Okay, I've got a lot of friends from Dubai. All of them are saying, I've been in Toastmaster from the last 34 years. And
Oh my
most of
God.
them are friends of mine
That
there.
is like, my
Yeah,
age.
so-
I want to say like that.
34
Ramesh
years only.
Mahalingam, Ramnathan, and Balaji, and all these people are from Dubai.
Exactly.
34
and
years only.
our good friend and Mohammad, who went to be the director also. Okay, good.
Mohammad Muradi.
Mohammad Murad is our role model, actually.
Yeah.
Thank
Yesterday
you.
we had a meeting together. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very nice
Good
meeting
night,
you all.
everyone.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Khalid, for
Good night.
joining.
Bye.
Yeah.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Sure.
So,
We'll say bye.
oh, hi.
Thank you,
How are you?
Deepa.
I've seen
Thank
your
you,
photos.
Praveen.
Thank you.
Come to play Shuna Park.
Sure. I'll come. I'll come to the park. Just after half an hour, okay? Let's play.
Okay, bye.
Hi,
God
girl.
bless sir. God bless sir.
Hello. Hello, girl.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
What is your name?
Advika.
Okay, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well, thank you,
So
everyone.
we are
Thank
going to play now. Thank you very much. So anything you can connect with me anytime, okay?
Sure. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank
Great
you. Thank you
meeting
for the
you.
opportunity. I really appreciate that.
I'll send the recording to you, Deepa, shortly. Yeah, after that.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
Advika. Take care. Let's play now, okay? Bye.